Namaskaram Krishna Rao garu.
Namaskaram.
IYRTalks English edition. I just want your reflections on one event that has taken place in India and which has, between July 12th to July 14th, the main event in Ambani's have taken place, the marriage of the younger son. But the whole process took more than 2.5 months, right from the, say, engagement ceremony, then entertain the guests on on the ship, this one, and then inviting all famous people, world leaders to the marriage for the event, and so much of pomp and splendor. And if you say comparative to the net worth of Ambani's, the expenditure spent is not very much to their level. But for a common man like us, if you say, then easily they would have finished the Polavaram project in Andhra Pradesh. So such was the expenditure that they have spent, and we have seen, even in the dressing arrangements, security, and the number of people who have come, and the dress culture and all that, something unimaginable, which I think it can be called as the marriage of the century. So this is the latest what we have seen, but earlier we have also seen how the Sahara, Subrata Roy performed the marriage of his children, but unfortunately he could not, he left everybody in the lurch. Later the story everybody knows, but Ambani's, we just can't compare him with that. But the pomp and splendor that they have shown in this marriage, is it warranted? Because simplicity should be there. See, in every, because you can spend any money, but because Ambani has been ranked in the top, richest persons in the world, in the third, fourth, of course depends on the share price movements, his valuations change and all that. But for a common person and for a poor person, these things are only a big question mark. So what do you think, whether this sort of thing should happen, or they should, even other people, they should go and do support for the community service, or take up a project and do something good for the society?
Yeah, two things here. First of all, let us take the general Indian mentality. If we take the net worth of individuals and how much they are spending out of their level of income or level of wealth on marriages and compare it with Ambani's, maybe they haven't spent more, because everywhere you are seeing this vulgar display of wealth, depending upon their level of affluence and what they can afford. Lots of, marriages in India have become a statement of one's own personal wealth and a vulgar display of wealth, and Ambani's are no exception. So, instead of single them out, it's better we realize as a society, we are celebrating the vices of wealth in terms of vulgar display of the same thing. So this is broadly the thing. So you had, of course, the another one you have mentioned about Subrata Roy. There's one also, like Jayalalitha, the way she performed the marriage of her adopted son in Chennai. Such a huge display of wealth, and next time she was finished, voters voted her out of power only because of that display. So it's a wrong thing. But one thing is, he is just sailing with the general trend in India, not setting a separate trend. But Ambani had a choice. He could have made it a simple marriage and donated whatever he wanted, 2,000 crores, 3,000 crores, 5,000 crores to some good cause, and then sent a message across to the country, this is the way I have done it, so that others would have at least started thinking on those lines. That was an opportunity lost by Ambani for himself and for the country. But then to expect it out of him is also is expecting too much, because this type of a mentality only comes based upon your value system, your upbringing, your thinking, and your attitude towards life. To expect him to have such an attitude itself is too much. So I think he just showed that, what money can display. That's all. That's all what he has done. It definitely looks to be one of the most vulgar display of wealth on the whole earth. That's an unfortunate thing. And of course, there was a wife of a big industrialist in Hyderabad who went to Met Gala and spent a fortune on some dress there. All these are typical of neo-rich attitudes. That's what even Adani has also displayed. Nothing more, nothing less.
I think we should set a decent, simplified way of performing these marriages, and then try to contribute to the welfare of the society or development of a particular project. That could have been a better appeal. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.